All right, guys, we're live. I'm gonna set this up real quick. All right. Let's see here. All right. So once people start getting on, I'll start the talk about what's going on here and what's gonna happen during this outbreak. All right. So we got somebody on now. What's up, Michael Johnson? So, um, this outbreak is going to be on Monday, the 1st of March. Sorry, April 1st of April. It's going to be on April 1st, the day after Easter. You can see we have an enhanced risk right here in Joplin, Oklahoma City, Jefferson City, all around here. And then we have a moderate risk, quite way larger, including Indianapolis. All right. Gotcha, Michael. So yeah, it is a weather outbreak, Reese, and it's gonna be happening April 1st, as I said, and I think it's gonna be a little bit of a tornadic as well. We can see here that currently this is what the Weather Prediction Center has issued an enhanced risk. So let's see, single site radar. So currently there's some. By the way, I'm not gonna get quite too off task, but there are some storms currently over here as well. Uh, but our main focus is going to be this on Monday, and I'm gonna go to some outlooks. It's gonna be weather. So here are going to be the outlooks. And day 3 is going to be actually when it's going to happen. So right here, day 1. This is currently today. Um, for tornadic, there is no more risk. So tomorrow there's going to be a 2% of tornadoes, and currently day 3 there isn't, but I think there will be possibly a 5% for tornadoes. And currently the severe weather, as I said, enhanced risk, which includes a population of 5 million people. So if you're anywhere, I say in probably the yellow or more is going to be you guys have to be ready. And outside I think they might I'll go back on that. I think possibly they might widen the enhanced risk down here, possibly maybe something extended, possibly down here, and maybe have the severe weather more out this way, because towards the west I feel like more severe thunderstorms will start popping up, and especially down here I feel like there will be more tornadic, and up here as well. I think anywhere in this area in general is just gonna mm, be ready. um, so um, also I'll go back. All right, hold on. How do I? Yeah, yes, Orlando, you're gonna be 100% fine. I doubt you'll get anything. If you want, I can actually check. All right, hold on. How do I get out of here? Hold on. Let me hack that. All right, there we go. Let me look down here. Joplin. Let me check. Joplin, Missouri. Oh, geez, what is happening? All right, sorry. Joplin, Missouri. Let me check. Um, I yes, Joplin, you are actually dead center right in the middle, right here. So if you guys can't tell or see, Joplin is right here, actually right in the center. Thank you for pointing that out. Right exact center of this actually. And yes, that includes Joplin, which has been hit in the past. Jefferson City, I would warn, be ready. Anybody, and I'm just pointing out some of the major cities, including Oklahoma, which is a very large populated area, and definitely Tulsa is definitely in that area of concern. So yes, this is going to be a tornado outbreak, possibly, and currently, right now, I can check. We just got some severe thunderstorms. Actually, earlier today, there were tornado warnings up here in Ohio, right here. But currently, there aren't now. But this is going to be our main focus. So I don't know when I'll start live streaming on Monday, but I'm thinking it's gonna be around. I might go noon. I might go a little bit later, but I think the it's gonna be getting pretty active around probably 5 p.m. I would say. Um, so um, so Michael, what happened in 2011 in Joplin? So in 2011, there was a tornado in Joplin that tore through right here and pretty major EF5. If you don't know what that is, there's a scale called the Fujita scale. I think it's still called that, and it's related on damage from a tornado. So there could be an EF1, an EF2, an EF3, an EF4, and an EF5. And anything above an EF3 is a major tornado. So if it has an enhanced risk over top of this, which currently there isn't, has a likelihood of very dangerous tornadoes on the ground, and it has a right climate for the atmosphere to create tornadoes. So when there's Joplin, there was a perfect. Currently, this is an enhanced. After enhanced risk, there will be a red outline, which would be um, and a rare risk, and then after a rare would be a pink outline, which is the worst it can be, and that's almost likelihood of very 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 dangerous tornadoes. So in Joplin, an EF5 hit the town of Joplin dead smack right in the center, and hurt a lot of people, destroyed a lot of places in Joplin, and is a very historic EF5. 2011 was one of the worst years ever for tornadoes. Very bad outbreak. Had some super outbreaks that year. One very large super outbreak that caused a lot of problems. Um, so back to this. They're currently this is going to be, as I said, the Monday outbreak. I'm going to be going live, and the reason they have this outline is because it's where the storms are at its peak, meaning like it has the most power and the most potential for tornadoes. Yeah. So as I said, I will covering the outbreak on Monday. As I said right here, Monday live, and so the forecast for being able to see the solar eclipse. Is there anything on here? So I don't. I'll explore, but the line for the solar eclipse is about here, down to here. It's gonna be different. But this is about the line for the solar eclipse. So from my thought and all right. So for Erie, PA, sorry, as I see this line, Erie, PA. So Erie is right here. Erie is in the line for the solar eclipse. So for the full solar eclipse, it is in line. I know that from looking at different models for the solar eclipse. So yes, Erie is going to have a good view of it. To say for weather wise, um, So from my thought on this, and a lot of other people's thought, is the um the least favorable to see this eclipse is going to be up here in this region. All right. And the better risk, or still not as quite as good a risk, is going to be outlined about here to have a better risk, but actually that's wrong, sorry. Have a okay risk, I saw was not that bad, was including Erie. So it's going to be a 50-50, I think. And according to some of the things that I think will be able to happen is around here and here are going to be the spots for Erie, PA, for the best spots. So these would be best. This would be not bad, but not favorable. This would be okay. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. In between here, I still think you have an okay chance. I still think including probably more here, and probably over here is the same, and probably just extend a little more. Same thing for here. So that's what my thoughts are. So I say you have not a 50-50, maybe a little more than a 50-50, but there's a chance that it might not be perfect. All right. So this app's actually pretty cool. It shows all the storm chasers on it. General Thunder, famous at Ryan Yahal. Yeah, I can show the satellite. Mm. Oh, is it not working? All right, click the satellite. 14 frames. 50. All right, there we go. Sorry. Um, so currently it's actually pretty good. Let me go back to 14 frames. All right, so um, let's see. So I'm gonna go out actually pretty far. Thanks, Michael. Quite new to this. Still practicing. Thank you. All right. So as this loads, again, if you're just getting on, this is where the slight risk is going to be on a Monday. Four a.m. Clouds come into view. Pause it real quick. All right, so what the heck? Oh, it's still going. All right, so as you can see, so sorry, I can't. So this is still the 30th. Once I see the first, I can. So let me pause it real quick. Can anybody tell me when the solar eclipse is again? Thanks, Reese. Do you guys know when the solar eclipse is? April 8th? Alright, thank you. I don't know how far it'll goes out. I don't know if I don't know really the forecast. I can check if you want. All right, that'll be a real moment. Just so you guys can watch the satellite real quick as it goes in. It's probably a good idea. Silly, silly, silly. All right. There's a lot of Johnsons on the stream. You know, seems like a whole family's watching me. You know. All right. I'm looking at you. All right. So just off of the National Weather Service, I looked. Um, it's going to be 55 degrees in Erie. Still quite far out. It's going to be in the afternoon, clouds, and 9% chance of rain. Partly cloudy with the sun and a few afternoon clouds. So the few afternoon clouds might be a little bit concerning because that could possibly relate to something like clouds in the afternoon, especially during 3 p.m., which is in the afternoon. And so, yeah, Erie looks, as I said, 50-50. Could be a hit, could be a miss. Probably a little more on like the 60% side, but still doesn't mean that it's like, oh, it's gonna be sunny, you know? Um, so let me see if I can try to figure out how to see the solar eclipse stuff on here. Yeah. All right. All right. How do I get it back on there? All right, wait. I don't want that. All right. There we go. I got it back. All right. So if you guys are just tuning in, all right, Evan City, PA. Before I get into Michael, what you wanted to hear about, I'm gonna look at Evan City for him. Evan City. Mm. Butler. All right. So Butler is actually in a slight risk. Um, Possibly could get upgraded to a bigger green slight risk. I do not think it'll get the all right, sorry, call. So the light green is a general thunder, which is a general risk, which is currently what Butler is in right here. This green is a marginal risk, which I think it possibly could get upgraded to. The yellow is a slight risk, and the enhanced risk is the orange. Hmm? Yeah, get out. 6. Why are you in here, dude? Sick. What are you doing? So I think it could possibly get upgraded. So I will explain what the risks are. Um, what the risks are for. I'm sorry. So um, the the enhanced risk, the reason they do the risks are the higher the risk where it is where it has the most potential and the most power. So think of it as like this enhanced risk is the part where the storms move in. That's where they have the most juice. That's where they have the most power. Okay, think of it like that. So right here, enhanced risk. Storms are moving this way. Let's say the storms are moving this way. And here it has the most power. I say anywhere, probably outlining here has quite a bit of power. So that's meaning like once it hits probably like here, that's where I'll probably like live stream, start um clicking them, like start live streaming like when it starts getting around here. That way like all throughout this part probably here to here is where you want to live stream, where you want to cover. So like anywhere up here there could be storms, anywhere down here there could be storms, anywhere there could be storms. That way like that's basically how the risks work. So I'll click the enhance risk. So it's a 3-day outlook. There's an enhanced risk, severe thunderstorms, the southern and central plains, northeast into the mid Mississippi Valley, Monday night. So yeah, very strong wind and a moist and unstable air mass, which that means unstable, meaning like it has moist. When you feel moist air, that's the heat. That's the heat mixing with the cold air, and that's what's makes the tornadoes spin. You need cold air, warm air, hit each other, and they'll start spinning. What atmospheric condition is causing this enhanced risk Monday? Look. So it's actually called a lower level jet stream. So before I go on to it, it's going to be this giant pocket of air mixing from the north. So you're going to have your cold air, your warm air, and when they enter like this, they start spinning like that. They spin. Cold air, warm air, they start to spin, and that's what causes your severe thunderstorms. And that low level jet just pushes it up and out. So that's what causes this kind of storms. So I'll click on that. It should be on here. Doo-doo-doo. It's on here. Models, global, GFS. So this is kind of what like they say the most power is. So where you got this green stuff, that's like that's like the tornado juice. And different people have different point of views. Like that's just one. Like the European skip model, there's so many different things that like it's just so fascinating that like different people have different perspectives, so they're all pretty close. Alerts once this is currently right now. I don't know how to find the atmospheric conditions. But if you mean like heat wise, you want it pretty warm, moist, probably around 80s for climate like that. This might work. This is temperature. This is the temperatures. This is the temperatures. Warmest up here. It's quite cool. So as it goes on, actually I could do heat. No, not that. Um why are tornadoes pushing further east as they used to happen more in the Great Plains? So slowly, as he just said, why is that still on? Right here, sorry. So as you can see, this is kind of a classic Midwest. So let's see, let's do some stuff here. Let's change the color to, let's say, red. Normally, the zone for tornadoes back then, we'll say early 2000s, 90s, the tornado zone was pushed more towards Colorado. And the zone would be here, Midwest. You get tornadoes in Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico. You would get them in uh, Colorado. Sometimes get them in the Dakotas, like even Wyoming. You get them everywhere. And now the zone is getting pushed further and further this way. And now it still has it still has some in the zone, as you can see, but currently the zone has expanded, and you see tornadoes less and less and less over here. So the zone now we've seen some big tornadoes. Actually, a week ago there was a couple bad tornadoes in Indiana and Ohio, which is very surprising. So now you're starting to see the zone get expanded into this area. So now you got stuff like Louisiana, Mississippi, part of Tennessee. There's some bad tornadoes in Tennessee, Kentucky, and everywhere around here are now getting more and more tornadoes. And the reason for that is just as we said that inflow jet is just starting to push and push the zone more and more and more. And it honestly depends on like the El Nino, which is the climate of the water and how like it's how cool it is down here, and how cool and wet and climate it is, and how dry and dry and warm it is up here, and which is causing the tornadoes still to happen, and um, and it's starting to move more this way, which is causing it, and right behind it you have just weather and science just pushing it this way, and honestly, people some say that it's gonna continue this way, but I think it'll continue this way, I'll be honest. And then I think it'll be I think it'll go back and start it's I think it's just gonna start going back and forth and back and forth. And those are my thoughts on um why it's changing. Nobody really knows. It's not really a mystery, but it's um it's just different. I mean, and I'll be honest, having tornadoes move this way is a very, very, very more dangerous. I'm not saying it's not dangerous in these states, but it's more plains and more open fields, and also it's just flat. There's no trees. these states down here, Mississippi, this is what they call Dixie Alley right here. These are Dixie Alley states, and those are what are very dangerous. You have side tree lines right next to you as you're driving, and for storm chasers, I'm saying, and it's just way worse having more debris in the air, and it's just more tree over here. We'll just say. So yeah, it's just getting worse and worse and worse. And all right, so the last EF5 tornado, the last EFI tornado was in Moore, Oklahoma, I think. Where's Moore? It's called Moore. I'm pretty sure Moore is in Oklahoma, right? Am I right? Yeah, right here. Oklahoma City. So this tornado directly hit Moore. Moore was a very devastating tornado. You can see how big Oklahoma City is, and when you zoom out, what do you see in the center of Oklahoma? Oklahoma City, the biggest city in the state, and you zoom in on it, and it hit Moore right here, and people were unaware of it. It was a very dangerous tornado. People weren't aware of it, and it went right through Moore. And guys, as you can see, this is Tornado Alley. It's literally right, as I said, right in. There's so many tornadoes. Like, as I said, Joplin. There's a Joplin EF5 tornado. More, an EF5 tornado. And this is just keeps repeating over and over. And as you can see, these two places are in this enhanced risk, as I'm saying, and these could be easy targets for these tornadoes, like Jefferson City, as I said, Joplin, definitely Tulsa, Oklahoma City, 100%. That's very big tornado. Uh, yeah, Oklahoma City, long time to rebuild. I'm sure there are still trees that are debarked from that tornado. Um, very very sad tornado that took the lives of people. And guys, guess what? Right here, as I said, as I said, you guys can see Joplin right here, EF5 tornado, Oklahoma City, EF5 tornado. And then you zoom in a little bit more. Gosh dang it, I lost it. El Reno, El Reno, right here. Guys, there was an EF5 tornado right here, an EF5 tornado right here. They're right next to each other. They are right in here, Oklahoma City. Thanks, Michael. Great. But right here, two EF5 tornadoes, exactly right where this risk is. So I honestly hope this does not affect a ton of people's lives. I hope nothing bad happens, but I'm just here to have the weather in case somebody needs it, somebody's watching it, they live here, they need to know something they want to learn, and just want to learn more about what tornadoes do, what severe weather does, and overall, I'm just gonna do what is do what is needed, do what can help. If somebody's watching, one person watching this, that helps. They can learn, and then someday when there's a tornado, they know what to do. Joplin, dead center. I think that might be the biggest target. Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Springfield, Jefferson City. I think I think anybody should be aware. If you are I think you should be aware. Super, super aware. If you're anywhere in this area. As I said, anywhere in this yellow slight risk area, I would be very aware, and especially in this enhanced risk. Be ready. So guys, I'm just letting you know this is gonna be the last time. I think you guys all know, and be ready Monday. And I'm gonna be live again. I'm gonna be live, and yeah. See you guys Monday. And again, like and subscribe. See ya.